Hi everyone. Okay, this is the Snow Queen video that I promised. Um, and then tomorrow I will have up the Snow Maiden and, well, at least the Snow Maiden half of the Snow Maiden and the um, Flower Maiden video. It'll probably be 2 videos because, yeah, I probably want to give each one their separate video, maybe. They seem to me to be 2 sides of the same person, but I don't know. I'll see how it works out. Okay, so the Snow Queen, besides the movie Frozen, which is the most recent depiction of the Snow Queen, the most well-known depiction of the Snow Queen is from Hans Christian Andersen's um, The Snow Queen, um, his fairy tale. Okay, before that, there is a character, or perhaps even a goddess, called Frau Holle, Holle. I'm looking at it right now on my screen. Sorry. Who's German, but basically the first we start with the Snow Queen from Hans Christian Andersen, who's somewhat probably related to Frau Holle from uh, the Brothers Grimm fairy tales from Germany. And Frau Holle goes all the way back to the Huldra, who are forest spirits of pine forests, and they are associated with winter and evergreens and that sort of thing, and they are fair folk. So the Snow Queen is of the fair folk. She might even be a fairy queen, a fair queen. She probably is. She has a lot of the attributes of a fairy queen. Let me think. She is a shapeshifter. The way the Hans Christian Andersen tale goes, she begins as this snowflake that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and changes shape into a woman. The way I think of it is as, if you've probably seen The Wizard of Oz, how Glinda the Good Witch starts from this bubble, and the bubble gets bigger and bigger and bigger and turns into, or it looks like it turns into, Glinda the Good Witch. So the Snow Queen starts off as this like perfect snowflake that's like really geometrically intricate, and gets bigger and bigger, and then it starts to change shape into a woman's form. And she wears all kinds of fur coverings and boots, and because the fairy tale is from colder regions, so, and she is the Snow Queen, so she's either all dressed in fur coats and she looks like a woman, or she can also appear as a female form, a woman made of ice, and her clothing is more like ethereal and glittery and icy. Okay, so basically she kind of looks like either someone really dressed up in a bunch of furs and she looks really warm, or she looks like kind of like a woman, like a crystalline woman. Okay, she does have an ice castle, and it is said that the northern lights come in and shine on her castle, and so there's a rainbow element to her, and all the ice starts shimmering in different colors, which I thought was really interesting. She has a mirror that is either a frozen lake, inside of her castle, or just a huge mirror made of ice, and that she says that when anyone looks into it, they see things as they really are, in a analytical, very precise, very rational, very clear way. It's all very, it's not sight as in intuition, it's sight as in being able to pinpoint things. Um, it's sight as in knowledge, concrete knowledge. I'm sorry, I just got a text. It's not important. Sorry about that. Okay, moving on. She is not a cruel, cold-hearted person, but she's also not warm and affectionate and very emotional. She is very rational. She is very logical. She is no nonsense. Um, she does like children. In the fairy tale, she even really wants to keep children with her in her castle, which is not good for them because they can't stay there because it's too cold. Um, but she does have a kindness toward children, especially industrious children or diligent children. She likes children who speak honestly, um, and can speak somewhat eloquently. You know how children are, and how they see things, and some of the things that they say. Um, she likes that about children. Let me see what else is there. She has a sleigh, huge sleigh, and the sleigh is driven by um, white hens. I think it was but huge birds. Um, so she is associated with white birds. Let's see what else is there. Her castle is very big and empty and stretches out really long, but it's also very intricate. So there's an aspect to her that is very detail oriented. As far as I'm concerned, she is a fairy queen, a fair queen. Um, there is also further back the story of Frau Holle, who is variously depicted as a spirit of pine forests or a spirit of the well. Um, and she has a lot of the same attributes as the Snow Queen of Hans Christian Andersen. She likes industrious children, and she is associated with diamonds and crystals and wealth. But I suppose you could also associate her with quartz crystal. Yeah, crystal, diamonds, glass. You know, anything that is clearly that you can see through clearly. She is about clear sight. Let's see what else. Sorry, I'm saying so much. Frau Holle is thought to originally come from the Huldra of I believe it's Norwegian, the Norwegian Huldra, who are pine tree spirits, or evergreen type tree spirits, and they also are associated with water and wells. So they're kind of like dryads or nymphs. So that definitely puts her specifically as a fair type being. And the Snow Queen is related to her through that. It is said that every time Frau Holle, I'm sorry, I have to keep looking at the word. Frau Holle beats out her pillows and dusts off her rugs, that is snow. That creates snow. So she is a winter snow queen. And that's probably the one of the oldest depictions we have of a snow queen. Of course, there are all kinds of different goddesses that are winter goddesses. Let's see. Give me 1 second, and let me see if I can't look up a few of the other winter goddesses. But the Snow Queen is a fairy queen. She might be an aspect of the Dark Maiden, or even the crone. She's generally not depicted as an older woman. She is depicted as a younger woman who is not cold-hearted, but very exacting, very sort of distant. She's not unfeeling, but she is very logical, very precise, that sort of person. And I can't find what I was looking for. It's okay. There are all kinds of different snow goddesses that we can think of as snow queens, but the idea of the Snow Queen, the one that is most well known, is from Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales. And then the Brothers Grimm fairy tale of Frau Holle is a version of the Snow Queen, the German version of the Snow Queen. And the Huldra are probably where it all started, these spirits of evergreen forests. I think that's it. Yeah. The Snow Queen definitely wants you to see things as they are and not in a distorted way. She does have this, I don't know if I've said this already. Probably have, but I'll say it again. She does have this mirror, this magic mirror, that is either the surface of a frozen lake that is inside of her castle. Her castle is like huge, like if there's a frozen lake inside her castle. So there's this clear mirror surface, and she says if you look through it, you will see things as they really are, which is something that just really caught my attention, because the beginning of the folk tale, the fairy tale, is that there is this hobgoblin or goblin or trickster type being, maybe even the devil himself, who creates an artificial glass mirror, and it gets broken into billions and billions of little pieces and distorts how people see things if it gets stuck in their eyes, or worse, in their hearts. It makes people see things completely distorted and messes up their perception of what is good and beautiful, and their ideas of what is right and wrong, and it just really messes people up if they get little shards of this artificial glass mirror in their eyes or in their heart. But the Snow Queen has this huge mirror that is said to be a frozen lake or frozen river, and you look into it and you see things as they really are, in a very clear way. So that is, I think, all I want to say about the Snow Queen. She obviously does bring snow. She is associated with ice and winter, and she controls the winter winds. I think that's it. Snow is her. She has a snow garden. Okay, so there is a lot of comparison between snow, particularly on trees and on the ground, as flowers or petals of flowers. Okay, so snow is her way of decorating the world, and she has a snow or ice garden. She has a winter garden, which I thought was pretty awesome. To think of snow as just another kind of flowering. So winter not as a dead time or even a quiet time, but as a different kind of blooming, a different kind of flowering time. Yeah. Okay, that's all I want to say. All stars shine on your paths. I will have more videos up tomorrow.